Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here, and I hope you all had a nice lunch. Before I begin, I'd like to thank all the partners and the event organizers for putting this event together and giving Euromonitor International this opportunity. Today I'll be talking about the omnichannel world, how to survive in it, and why is it a good idea, or in fact, why is it even a successful strategy in today's world. And without further ado, I'll walk you through the agenda of my presentation today. So before I go into what all omnichannel world is all about, I'd like to talk about Euromonitor International a little bit. Euromonitor International is a premium business research provider. We are present across 12 offices in the world. I'm sorry about that. And we research over 27 industries. We have over 35 years of work experience in this field. Our online database, which clients love to use, is called Passport. Please feel free to come and talk to me regarding this if you have any questions. Without further ado, I will walk you through the next couple of slides. Just one moment. Today I would be talking about what is omnichannel. I know most of us know this terminology, and I know most of us use this terminology quite a bit as well. But I think there is a little bit of an interchange when we talk about omnichannel and multi-channel. So I'll be talking about that first. Then I'll walk you through what are the various platforms that a retailer can select to become an omnichannel retailer. Then we have what are the priorities to become a successful omnichannel retailer. Finally, I'll talk about the challenges and what is the current state of omnichannel retailing in emerging economies and developed economies. Now, like I mentioned, when we read about omnichannel, whether it's press releases or anything of that sort, in fact, the terms omnichannel and multi-channel are often used interchangeably. Now, that is incorrect. One of the key things about omnichannel, the differences between omnichannel and multi-channel is, if you see on the left-hand side of the slide, you can very clearly see it says the customer and the physical store, there's one equation, and then the customer with the mobile is one equation. What this particular chart is signifying is that, let's say I as a customer buy something from the physical store, and if I cannot return it via their mobile platform or their web platform, in that situation it's a multi-channel. What it basically means is all these channels that are available through a retailer, physical store, mobile, web, any of them, are not interlinked. As a result of which, this is a multi-channel setup. Whereas in omni-channel, one of the key things that is, or rather what works for omni-channel is that all the channels are interlinked with each other. So let's say if I pick up something from the web store and if I want to return it at the physical store, I can do that. So that's the primary difference when we talk about multi-channel and omni-channel. In India, more often than not, these terms are interchangeably used, which is probably not the correct thing to do. Now, with that being cleared out, there are various platforms available in India and globally and in APAC region, which a retailer can pick and choose to become a successful omni-channel retailer. So I would be walking you through a couple of them. So first one is physical stores, then we talk about the web platform, the mobile platform, Internet of Things, which is a relatively a new concept, and some of the emerging platforms which in India we still haven't seen, or rather it's still very, very niche in India. So physical stores, it is the oldest form of retail channel that all of us know of, and before me a lot of speakers have already spoken about the importance of physical store. So I'm going to reiterate what they said, that physical stores are going to continue to stay relevant. Now the reason behind this is physical stores is something which provides something which none of the other channels provides. That's instant gratification. When we go into a store, we pay for the product, and we have the product in our hand, or rather, the ownership is immediate. That is only available through physical stores. None of the other platforms, provide that kind of instant gratification of retail therapy, so to speak. As a result of which, physical stores are here to stay. However, what is interesting is the role of physical stores have evolved over the last couple of years. Like earlier, even like 5 years ago, physical stores were used for, primarily for revenue generation. That is not the case anymore. If you walk into any of the successful retail stores in any of the cities in India, you'll see it's more about experience. And why is that the experience is more important to attract consumers into the store? Because the millennial shopper or the hyper-connected shopper who's constantly connected with the internet does not actually have to step into a store to buy what they want. So what is interesting is, why would I as a consumer walk into a physical store? Experiential shopping is what will make me walk into a store. And experiential shopping is what is required for retailers to focus on. That would be involving the store design, the amount of time that a customer is spending at the store will depend on the kind of customer service they're getting. And it has to be a combination of all sorts of experience, like the perfect experience for the customer to actually walk into a store.